I didn't entirely believe in it, and I just decided to.
Where was that chance? Where was that one chance?
No, I mean knight c to e4 instead of castling.
Sort of castling. Okay, here. Knight
So,
c2.
I mean, castling is just essentially an admission that the position is equal. So.
Yeah. Okay, so knight c4. You thought that was the.
Yeah. Well, I think Fabiano mentioned it after the game, and we discussed it briefly. And
yeah.
I mean, I was also looking at f4, which is interesting, but probably nonsensical.
So, Fabiano, what did you think after knight c4 then?
Well, this is where I spend most of my time on, because I think I was burning quite a lot of time after bishop g5. And I was wondering about, because I noticed that bishop d7, queen c3 is...
bishop d7, queen c3.
Yeah, I mean, if white doesn't play queen c3, there's really nothing. And this forces knight e4, knight e4. It looks like black is losing a piece, but f6, queen e5, fg5. White should play bishop c4.
Sorry, just a second. fg5.
Yeah, fg5, bishop c4.
Yeah.
And then I guess I protect my... first I play rook a8, attacking the bishop. Probably goes to b3. Then I should probably protect my g-pawn with h6. White castles, and we get this position, which is rather unusual. But if white consolidates this, then it could potentially get a bit unpleasant for me.
Magnus, what did you think? I mean, was this roughly how you were...
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure about this at all. I felt that with the two bishops, there could be some tricks, but maybe I should have gone for it, because again, I knew very well that that castling wouldn't give anything.
Okay, just...
I just couldn't make up my mind to go for it.
Just in general, I wanted to ask about, obviously, the seventh draw. Is this just modern chess, or is this a function of your styles, and that's what's happening, or how do you explain the 7 draws?
Okay, after the first game, the games have been pretty tight. We haven't really given many chances to one another.
Yep.
And yeah, there haven't been like huge mistakes or anything, so it's kind of natural that a lot of the games will end peacefully. Of course, I mean, things could have happened, yeah, like in the last game, in the first game. There could have been decisive results, but yeah, not so far.
Well, let's throw it open. So questions from journalists, please, and as usual, if you'd like to say who you are and who you're working for, please. Mike.
MikeLineChess.com, questions for Magnus Carlsen. Judging by your answer to Danny King's first question, it sounded like you were frustrated more so than in the other games. Would that be an accurate representation of your emotions today?
Well, not completely. I mean, after the last game, it kind of felt like, I got away with murder, and in that sense, it's easier to be calm about a draw today. I'm not loving it, but I'm not in any sort of panic mode either. I mean, it could have been worse, and the match is still equal, and with black, it's going okay. So, I'm not at all thrilled about my play today, but. Yeah, I mean, life goes on. It's not a big deal.
Okay, next question, please. Yes.
Hi, Max. My name is Robert Misset from Dutch media. Did you feel that you missed something today, or are you still looking to the Magnus Carlsen? Like you said, my favorite player was the Magnus Carlsen from 3-4 years ago. Do you think you'll find him this match?
I don't know how to answer that question. To be honest, I just feel, I feel like I could possibly have gotten something today, but as I don't really know how, I just knew that there were many possibilities, but I didn't know what to go for, and I don't feel like I missed something huge. Maybe on another day, in another year, I could have found a way to put pressure, but I'm not that dissatisfied.
Okay, next question, please. Peter.
Peter Doggers, chess.com. Question for both players. Since it was rest day, did you actually spend some time looking at the end game from the previous game? And if you did, do you agree with Garry Kasparov's assessment that it was too unhuman to find the maneuver with knight g1, trapping your own bishop?
Fabiano.
Knight.
Okay, there's not so much to look at. I mean, I was told that it was winning, and I did think about the position in my head afterwards. I mean, it starts to seem kind of easy once you are told the moves. But yeah, I mean, the main challenge in this position is that I don't know it's winning. If someone tells me that black has a win here, then I can spend all my time and maybe on a good day figure it out, but not knowing that it's winning, I mean, how, and not really understanding the position and thinking that it's a fortress, I really never had a chance of solving this.
Magnus, did you take a look at the game?
Yeah, briefly, and I think Fabiano, I mean, is absolutely right. It's quite a bit about the mindset. If you approach it as an exercise, black to move wins, then it's entirely possible to find it. And the move knight to g1, though it's beautiful, but it has a very clear logic behind it. And if you are actively searching for a win and you know that it's winning, at that point you will find it. That's my opinion. So I don't agree that it's inhuman to find. As part of an exercise, I think we'd both have a very, very good chance to find it. But with 15 minutes on the clock, after more than 6 hours of play, it's always going to be different, especially since we were both under the impression that I did indeed have a fortress there.
Okay, another question, please. Yeah.
Jørund from NRK Norway. Question to both. How frustrating is it that the other one's not going to make any mistakes?
So, Fabiano.
Sorry, what was the question?
How frustrating is it that your opponent isn't going to make any mistakes, or that's how it appears? I think it's a provocative question.
Well, if none of us make any mistakes for the rest of the match, then I guess the one who picks black in Armageddon will be very lucky. But I think that there will be plenty of mistakes from both of us.
So how frustrating is that your opponent isn't making great mistakes?
I mean, I don't think about that. Fabiano is an extremely strong player, so I expect him to play well. And I mean, we both make mistakes, but they're small and they're usually quite hard to exploit.
Okay, next question, please. Yes.
Kedar Lele from India. My question to the both players is, in this World Chess Championship match, black is doing okay. So what are your thoughts on that? Because that's what the feeling many people around the world are getting. The black is doing okay in this championship.
Okay, Fabiano again. I mean, we've kind of tackled this issue quite a lot, actually, but...
Yeah, I think this is asked pretty much every day.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to add.
Anything new to add? You know, is black the new white?
I mean, even though I had a pretty solid draw today, I still was under some pressure throughout the game, and I never had winning chances. So it's not like black was ever in control of events today.
Yeah, Magnus, I don't know if you have anything to add to that, or...
Yeah, I agree with Fabiano. I mean, this is not the poster day for the whole black is okay. I mean, this is actually black is okay, not black is better, like it's been in many games. So I mean, I always kept like a white edge in that, which was obviously very, very, very small at best, but it was at least never he who pushed today.
Okay, let's have another question here, Stefan. Yeah.
Marcus, it seems Stefan Löffler, Frankfurter Allgemeine. Magnus, it seems that you're not ready to strike. There was today this knight to e4. Do you think this is a fair idea about your play? I mean, game one, obviously, but now again today, when there were two moments when you could have played much more ambitiously. Are you not ready to strike? Think of it as a football analogy, maybe.
Well, it doesn't make it any better.
Okay, let's have one final question then. Yeah, one final question. Two bites of the cherry. Okay, off you go.
Okay, Fabiano. So you hear Magnus, keeps telling us that he's not playing that well. He's not that happy with his game. Is this finally your moment to knock him down?
I mean, what can I say? If I get a chance, then I'll try to take it. But I'm not thinking about that exactly. I mean, I had some sort of chance in the previous game, and I did my best to make the most of it. But I'm also not going to go crazy or anything.
Okay, thanks everyone, and thanks mainly to the players. Thank you very much.
After 7 games, the result is 3.5, 3.5. And Fabiano Caruana will have 1 extra white in the remaining 5 games. How do you see the match, Judith?
Well, I think it's completely open what will be the outcome. I think today, already at the end of Game 6, we saw that the players were kind of tired, exhausted, and not necessarily only physically, but mentally there are so many small things happening, getting a little better, a little worse, going back and forth. Still, at the end, it's always a draw. And especially this very special end game, which again they touched at the press conference. But today I see that, somehow I saw Magnus being stuck in the situation a little bit, while Fabiano was, I think, more balanced after the game. And, of course, I understand that he also felt it, that he allowed some small things to make it unpleasant for him. What Magnus had, that his knight was on d6, but it was not enough. And that's a good question, whether Magnus is ready to strike and go for a sharper ideas, how he used to do, and be brave and go for it. On the other hand, of course, it's going to be from now on every game, not only every game, but every hour of each game, it will be more and more stressful. So it's getting really, really, really very tense.
Game 8 was crucial in New York at the match against Sergei Karyakin. We shall see how Magnus Carlsen deals with it here. Luckily for him, he will have the black pieces. He will not feel like he has to strike, as it was pointed out in his own words when he mentioned that the double white was a kind of an advantage point in the match. He couldn't use his double white. He was white today and he was white in the previous game as well. Didn't get so much out of it. We shall see if tomorrow Fabiano can do something. He has played the Rossolimo 3 times, so one question, of course, is the opening. Will we see yet another variation of the Rossolimo? Do you predict e4 for tomorrow, Judith?
Well, probably if e4, then it's going to be a Rossolimo. If not e4, then I don't know. Probably d4.
No open Sicilians?
No, I wouldn't bet an open Sicilian. Still not.
We shall see that tomorrow. We will be back at the same time, same place, with Game 8 between Magnus Carlsen and Fabiano Caruana. We shall see if we will get our first decisive result. It's been a pleasure having you here, our live audience and our online audience as well. And just a reminder for those of you who are here that Ms. Polgar is not afraid of selfies. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye. Something like this.